guys, welcome back. This is going to be another tour of a 144 Sprinter. We're in White Sands National Park in New Mexico. I'm delivering this van to my client in Texas, and I thought this would be the coolest place to shoot a tour. This is the same layout as Odyssey, which was done in a 170. If you guys haven't seen that tour, I'll leave that below. This is the smallest Sprinter that Mercedes makes, and the smallest that I've personally ever built. I fit almost a queen-size bed in here, a really big walk-through corner shower, a closet, a gear garage, seating for 4. This van is packed to the brim. Right away, I'm gonna get this awning out. This is the Fiamma F45S manual awning, just to help with lighting for this tour. This van has an electric sliding door, so it opens itself up. Right below, I have an amp research step. This is a fully electric step on both sides of the van that open and close when you open the door. Right in the entryway, as I do in most of my vans, I have a full gear garage. This client wanted to be able to have his golf bag here in the summer, his skis here in the winter, and then over here, there are some holders for fly fishing rods. In this van on the glass, I have a piece of film called Smart Tint, and when you click this switch right here, the glass goes opaque. And there's also lights in there, so when the lights are off and the tint is off, it just looks like a white blank wall, which is pretty cool. But this is a full pantry. You could fit cereal on the bottom, cans here. On the top, I have all of my silverware. Just across, we have the closet. This is where I put my plates and bowls. Below that, I have some cups. And then on the bottom, I have everything you need to make a French press cup of coffee. We got the mugs in the back, the French press, and the kettle. This is my second time doing this closet, and people still ask if things rattle around and break. And I actually figured out a way to make it so that nothing slides around, nothing breaks, nothing rattles. In the other French door, there's a small space to hang about 10 to 15 shirts. Below the closet, we have 5 drawers. This is the same design I've been doing for a while. I got this from a guy on Instagram. This is 2 pieces of walnut, and the piece is actually divided right here. You can't really see it till you get down there, but I try to grain match things as best as possible. I custom make these handles by cutting brass and rounding the ends, and then I polish them and spray them with a clear coat. But lots go into these drawers, and I'm very, very proud of them. All of these are latched with electromagnets, so all you do is push this button, and now all of these drawers open up. Each drawer magnet can hold 150 pounds, so these will never fly open on the road. One thing I decided to do for my drawer boxes in this van is half-blind dovetails. So here is laminate Baltic birch, and then I have a walnut edge banding, and I tried to make this a little more fun for me. Obviously a lot harder, but definitely a lot more fun. Just behind the cab, I have the same walk-through corner shower. On the walls, I have a green, lightweight, super thin Italian tile. Everything in here goes on with a marine polyurethane adhesive, so that helps mitigate vibrations. The toilet in here is the Laveo dry flush toilet. All you have to do is click a button. It just seals anything it needs to, twists, and opens up a new slot. When you're showering, you could just move the Laveo toilet in between the driver and the passenger seat. And I'm 6'1", 200 pounds, so I'm pretty big, and this is more than enough space for me. The doors I have on here are Nautilus shower doors. There's 2 of those, and then I decided to put a heater vent in the shower this time. If it's a really cool morning, you can close the shower doors and turn on the heater and heat this shower up before taking your shower, just to get you a little more excited to get up in the morning. Next to the closet, we have the sink. On the left here, we have filtered water. This is a 3-stage water filter, a Moen faucet, and a pretty big sink. Above the sink, we have the KitchenAid oven. This runs off the 3,000 watt inverter, and I'm pretty sure it pulls about 1,800 watts. On the passenger side, we have, again, this little flip up extender, and this is a dual burning induction cooktop. So I wanted everything to be electric. This pulls 1,800 watts when both burners are on high. Below, I have the Dometic CRX 110 fridge. So it's 110 liters in size, and it also has a little freezer up above. So this is a 12-volt fridge freezer, everything you need. Up here, we have another solid walnut cabinet face. This is your upper cabinet, and this just adds a lot of extra storage. Here we have an Arctic Turn electric skylight. This has a blackout screen. As you can see, it's closed right now. And then here we have it open. And then this is a bug screen. And this is an electric opening skylight. So all you do is click this button and this skylight opens up 90 degrees. The final thing to show you guys in the front is this fern wall. I put this in my second van about 3 years ago, and Portrolux makes these. They print them on really thin pieces of aluminum. And then I just found this fern online, chopped it up into 3 segments, and they did the rest. They took it from there. Now we're gonna finally move into the lounge and the sleeping area. I'm gonna show you guys the first bed conversion. The table just drops between the benches. Now you just take your backrests, put them in. So this is the Happy Jack bed lift. With the click of the switch, it comes all the way down. All right, and this bed sits perfectly flush with the backrests, which sits perfectly flush into these bump outs. And you're gonna get 6'9" side to side. This is more than enough space for a bed in this little 144. In the back of the van, we have a full gear tray. You can have anything in here, from a portable barbecue. I have the fill hose, the shore power, and then this guy plugs right into the shower, and then you get a full outdoor shower. The table from the inside fits perfectly out here, so you can get an outdoor table. You can have a charcuterie board, serve dinner out here. It's just really nice to have. My client has a pizza oven in the rear box, so he can be preparing his pizzas here and have that oven going outside. For cooling in this van, I went with the 12-volt Cruising Comfort air conditioner. Everything fits inside of this bench, and then the condenser fans are down below the van. But here we have the Cruising Comfort controller. It's really nice. This time I put it near the bed area, so you can access all of your temperature controls and battery monitors from the bed. For heating in this van, I went with the Rixon's hydronic system. I have the heated floors, I have instant hot water, I have 3 ports of hot air, and I can also preheat the engine and trap heat from the engine while I'm driving. So this is an all-in-one, completely integrated system, tapped into the coolant lines in the engine bay, run all the way to the back. There's an auxiliary furnace in the rear, and it uses 0.15 gallons of diesel per hour, and that is used to heat up everything in this space that I mentioned if the engine isn't running. To the left of that, we have the Victron screen, and this just shows me my fresh water, my wastewater, and all of my battery components, solar, shore power, how much I'm using. Pretty useful to have these. You guys should know by now that in the rear, I always like to do a full sound system with a projector. This is the JBL 9.1 Dolby Atmos soundbar. There's a 10-inch sub right here in the bench. Just behind that, we have the screen, and then the projector just magnetizes to the bed right here. The reason I love this soundbar, and will continue to love this soundbar, are these little speakers that pop off the end. These are Bluetooth speakers, so the only wire I have to run is to the soundbar, which is fixed in place. So I get to put these little speakers anywhere I need. I have 2 little spots for them on the other end of the bed. But this is what really creates that sound that you get in the movie theater when you're watching a movie that travels around you. But I mostly like to listen to music on this. It does very, very, very well. I'm going to be ramping up these builds a bit. If you guys are interested in this size or in Odyssey, the 170, feel free to send me a message, and I want to make sure that I can get everyone a van that wants one. Now, let's get back to the tour. This van has 800 amp hours of 12-volt batteries. We have 360 watts of walkable solar panels on the roof, 80 amps of alternator charging, and here's the Serbo GX. This is the brain of the whole system, making everything work together. And then this is the 10-inch subwoofer for the soundbar. The battery I use in these vans are Volthium batteries. There are 2 400 amp hour batteries. These batteries have built-in heaters and heat transfer plates so that they can take a charge when it's cold and they can operate properly when it's hot. These are very good batteries, and I highly recommend them. Over here in the driver's side bench, so down here we have some storage. This is going to be the compressor for the Cruising Comfort. Here we have the evaporator, which blows the air. And we have 1 duct coming here for the air conditioner. And then here we have a heating duct. And then another heating duct. And then 1 heating duct goes all the way into the shower. And the second air conditioning comes right up here, and it can blow on you when the bed is down, but also when you're hanging out in the rear. Since this was the 144, I decided to mount the water tanks externally. So I have 28 gallons of fresh water in the spare tire carrier, and I have a 15-gallon gray tank. Both have tank heaters, and the fresh water has a heated hose all the way in to the van. So you're able to run these in below freezing temperatures. One last thing I forgot to mention, above the shower door is a full headliner shelf. Right now I have all these window covers in there, but you can put bedding in there and extra pillows for any guests you have. Now we're gonna move to the exterior of the van. Here we have all Owl components. This is the Owl tire ladder carrier. We have the Owl B2 rack with the mini Sherpa. And then this is the Owl box. The Owl box holds an uni pizza oven in this van. For the rims, I went with Black Rhino Arsenals, 17-inch. And then for the tire, I did BF Goodrich all-terrain KO3s. Here are the bump outs. This time I Raptor lined these, and this is what adds that extra space when you're sleeping. This is an AMA slider window. I had a factory solid window, and that wasn't gonna work for the airflow I needed. So I actually cut out this window and replaced it with an AMA window. The awning is a Fiamma F45S. On the roof, we have a backwoods drifter roof rack. Suspension is gonna be a full Agile off-road rip kit. We have all the auxiliary shocks you can get as well. In the rear, we added a 4,700-pound leaf spring from Agile Off-Road as well. I don't know if you can see that. On the driver's side, we have the other bump out, and then this is the backwoods ladder. Coming up on the roof, we have 360 watts. These panels are completely walkable. Here you can see the Skylight, the Max fan, and there we have the mini Starlink. That is a router and a satellite in one. Up above, we have a 50-inch Panther light bar. And then down below in the very front, for the bumper, I went with the Owl Pismo bumper. It works seamlessly with the factory bumper. For the winch, we have a Badlands winch, 12,000-pound synthetic rope, remote-controlled winch. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching this tour. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And now for a big announcement. This van behind me here is completely empty. I will be filming a course start to finish for this van and releasing that on YouTube periodically over the next year. I'm gonna go in depth from everything how to install suspension, exterior mods, electrical, plumbing, cabinets, bed frames, air conditioners, heating, solar, everything you can possibly imagine. I will be filming in this van for free on YouTube. So don't forget to like and subscribe below, and I'll see you guys soon.